Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex, and today we are going to be doing an entrance build using the 2.0 items, or at least a lot of them. Before we get started, thank you so much to all of the members of my channel. I appreciate you all so much. If you're not a member and you'd like to become one, the link is in the description and you can see what perks you get there. Here is, of course, the space we're going to be using. My resident service is not 100% lined up with my airport. It is one block off, which is infuriating, but we're going to make the most of it. My plan here is to do a double incline kind of situation. You'll see as I get started terraforming. I also, right before this build, started collecting new codes for this version of Lorien and deleted all my old ones, so let's get started. I'm excited to use these new custom designs and see what we can make happen today. Here I am lining up the first incline space in front of the airport. I'm going to do a second one in front of resident services. I'm hoping that the cliff space in between the entrance and resident services will kind of make it less obvious that they're not lined up 100%. Also, I went ahead and took some before pictures. I usually forget, but here is me getting those before pictures. Can't wait to see how it turns out. As you can see, there's actually very little space between these inclines, so I was actually kind of excited for the challenge of figuring out how to connect them with such little space. I knew I wanted to use a gazebo somewhere in here, maybe even two. Spoiler alert, there are two. I'm using these blocks to show where the incline, the top of the incline is going to go, where I can't place paths because they'll just disappear. And I think that's really cute, that little path setup. Also, if you want any of the custom designs that I used today, I'm going to be adding them throughout the week to the link in the description. It'll say codes for my islands. Go and check that out if you're interested in any of the custom designs for any of my islands. I decided to do a picturesque space here on the right side of the entrance. I didn't tackle the left because it was just a lot to put into one video, but I did want to go ahead and expand the entrance a little bit, kind of provide a contextual space for it. And as I was terraforming, I realized how cute it would be to put a bridge right here near the entrance for whatever kind of view I wanted to make. I had no idea what I was going to do, but I also wanted to make use of these new plant partitions that we have and the string lights, of course. I'm not sure if the plant partitions are going to stay, not sure if they vibe with the entrance, but I really thought they were cute, and it was a nice opportunity to use some of these new update items. I ended up doing dual gazebos, and I edited the pathing under them so many times. Like, I cut out so many times where I was just sitting there trying to figure out the ideal way to make a path beneath them, but I knew there needed to be something there because it looks awkward when it's just grass. I really personally wish we could place things under it, even if it was just like plants. I think it would be so cool. But in the end, I was really happy with how this pathing looked beneath it, and yeah. Initially, I was thinking of just putting a pine tree here, the new, like, giant bonsai that we have now. I was thinking about just doing a view with those, but then I accidentally placed this one horizontally, and it ended up looking so cute that I was like, you know what, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna roll with this. And so, of course, I went for some symmetry here. I tried to make the overall build not super symmetrical, like with the non-lined up inclines and everything, just to kind of get out of my comfort zone, but I couldn't resist adding a little bit of symmetry here and there to, you know, make the island feel more cohesive. I went with this gazebo here. It's the other style of gazebo from the first that I used directly in front of the entrance, and just a heads up, I end up picking it up and placing it back down several times just so I can see as I am decorating and terraforming behind it, because it does take up a lot of visual space. But I do end up going with that. I do keep the gazebo in this build, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I went with this customization because of the little flowers on top. How cute are they? I absolutely love the glowing moss statue behind the gazebo, but I thought it needed a little bit of a background for that, so I went with a waterfall. I am going to make it 2 tiers. I just think that's the right amount of dramatic for this build. I feel like it's not too much. It's just enough. It's just enough to be visually exciting. At this point, I'm mostly decorating. This is really the brunt of the terraforming for this build. I just want to make sure that this extra section to the right matches the main entrance and everything looks beautiful. So I'll let you all vibe with the music and the decorating for a bit, and I'll check in soon. I think the most difficult part of this build was making sure that there wasn't a ton of empty space, especially when you were looking straight on toward the build. A lot of the time I felt like there was too much sky visible when you were looking at it, but I tried to combat the lack of space with these trees that we got in the new update, from the pine tree to the baobab tree, and I think they're so pretty, especially the baobab tree with its height. I think it definitely helped fill some of that space that would have otherwise been like too empty, I guess. And with that, my lovely individuals, this build is done. I cannot wait to share it with you all, and neither can Rudy, my king. He is so excited to see what the entrance to new Lorien is gonna be. So without further ado, let's get started. Y'all, I am obsessed with that new camera angle. I mean, speechless. I was speechless. I think that this turned out so cute. I really love the white tulips with the yellow roses that I used for most of the build, and I have to say, I really enjoyed this little section too. I'm glad that I added this to the right of the entrance. I feel like it definitely would have been too empty had I not done that. Also, more new camera angles. That is all. I am obsessed with the new camera. I hope that you all enjoyed this build. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch today, and I hope you have an absolutely lovely rest of your day. Here is Peaches to tell you all goodbye for now.
I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!